Hello everybody, and welcome back on Satisfactory. I'm Zerunil, and today we have a new objective, because last time we finally finished the 100 EV modular frame facility project production. It's not really complete, but it's ready to make them. We just need more resources, more technologies, because we are limited by the standards, we could say, that we currently have, because we have miners Mark II and they don't extract enough. We have conveyor belts Mark IV, they are not fast enough. So we need to advance with our technologies. Here we have our MEM that has finished a hard drive, and quickware, copper rotor, EV flexible frame, charcoal. Let's go with charcoal. And we could make them scan another one. Let's keep them in our inventory. So, as I said, we need new technologies, but new technologies are locked behind the next phase. Because last time we unlocked the last technologies we could, that are the railway networks and railway train signals. And we need phase 3. So for phase 3 we need 2500 versatile frameworks, 500 modular engine, and 100 adaptive control unit. We could make them. We could. But we need a critical part we still don't make. And that part is computers. Because we need computers for the adaptive control unit. For the modular engine, we can basically make them. And the framework, we already make them for the last phase, if I remember, yes. And we could also make the flexible ones, but I could just take modular frames and steel beams and combine them for this one. For the... where is it? The modular engine, we can make them with motors and rubber. But we also need smart plating that we could also make. It's this one. This one is the one that is difficult to make, because we need automated wiring, we need circuit boards, we need EV modular frames, luckily we have enough of them, and computers. But because I know we are going to need computers and circuit boards in the future, we should also start to make them. Now, I already surveyed a bit the places where we could make them, so we basically need... let me just take a look at the modular where I have it. We need 320 caterium, so we could use this one. We need water. We have a lot of water here. We need 25, 250, 260 copper. We also have copper here. And we also need... oh yes, we need 480 plastic. Sorry, I didn't know the word. So we need a lot, and I mean a lot of components. Now, let me just take a look, because I don't remember how much plastic we make. And the plastic, it's here flowing. So, because we are in the 1.1 update of Satisfactory, there is a thing we could unlock. And it should be not this one. Not this one. This one. Conveyor throughput monitor. Architecture. This one. This one would have been... you remember I have only one service tower in the modular frame factory. The heavy modular frame factory. This one would have been quite pleasing to have, but better late than never. So we got everything. Let's buy all. And Ada?
Humans have long scientists delegating work that strains and tires them to machines. It is their best achievement. Simple counting and short-term memory are often among such challenges, which the conveyor throughput monitor is specialized in. Simply add it to any belt, and it will tell you its throughput after only 1 minute.
Conveyor throughput. And how much it is? 270. Only. It's calibrating, but I expected more. Or for better say, we need more. Well, there is a recipe we could use, but I don't really want to tap into the fuel production and the rubber production. But there is another solution, and it's to make a new facility. That's right, because I explored a bit since last time, and I found this little place where we have crude oil, we have copper, and we have iron, because this is what we need to make everything we want to make today. We also have geysers for the power production, and we also have sulfur, because I don't know if you noticed, but I unlocked turbo fuel. That's right, I unlocked turbo fuel in the molecular analysis machine, that is the MEM, under sulfur. Here it is required the use of a hard drive, some compacted coal and some fuel, and we unlock turbo fuel and packaged turbo fuel. And we could also unlock rocket fuel, but we need tanks, I guess. And ionized fuel, but we need rocket fuel, so we are stuck until we unlock the next phase. And let's start to plan a bit of this facility. So, to make this facility, we need 664 crude oil, so we need to extract the oil from these patches with... where was it? Not the miner. It was... oil extractor. So we need to build some of them, and we need to overclock them. We have 4. These are 2 normal and 2 impure, so they're enough. We also need a lot of water, but luckily we have some water here, some around us. We also have a lot of here, but that's not a problem. We have copper there, we have iron there, 2 patches, so we have a surplus of them. And here we have a lot of space. So we need, first and the most of it, space. We need space, and we need to build platforms. So let me just give more than 5 minutes so that I can build them. And there it is. The platform is placed, and I use this time just to set up the fuel, what were there, the oil extractors. And in the meantime, I just developed a couple of blueprints, and this is one of them. These are 4 refineries back to back that are designed to make 550 polymer resin and 80 heavy oil residue. So the 520 polymer resin is too much for us to make, because we have the Mark IV belts that allow the throughput to be 480. So we have 40 per blueprint that we can't sustain. But that's an amount I'm willing to allow to be wasted, because we are developing for the for unlocking new resources, not new resources, new technologies. So we could allow 540 per blueprint to lose. We could upgrade it just after we're done. But we don't need just 4. We need a bit more of them. We need 16. So let me just take a look, because if you read under the name of the blueprint, there is the auto-connect blueprint mod, and I'm quite curious to see how it does connect. If it does. It doesn't. It doesn't connect? Really? I hoped it would. Do we need to press something to unlock it? I guess not. Well, I hoped it would connect, but it seems in this case it doesn't. Maybe in another one. This one, we're not going to use it. So, these ones are 16 refineries that are going to make a lot of polymer resin. It should be 520 times 4, it's 2080. It's quite a lot. And they also make a lot of heavy oil residue. So I guess we are going to have quite the production with this one. Yes, we're going to have quite the production, but this one we are going to downclock the refineries to 92.3% because, well, with this setup we are going to require 480 per row of refineries, and we are going to make 450 per row. So we need to downclock them to 92.3% if I'm capable of doing that. There we go. Or we could set up target to 200. Sorry, 120. 120. It's 9.3077, 92.3077. So we're going to copy this setting. It did save, and we're going to copy into every single one of them. And with this, we're going to have the production we need. And there we go. Now every single one is limited, and we can connect the oil to them. One thing I know is that these things have been allowed to make curved pipes, and so I would like to connect everything with curved pipes. So let's take the pipeline in K1, and we're going to allow the auto mod to decide everything. So this one, we could take this here and this one there, and this is 120, sorry, 300. This one 150. So this one is the one that is going to be coupled with that. There we go. This one is going here. They don't need to be pretty here. They are allowed to be this ugly. Why? Because I allow them. There we go. And with this, now pipeline NK2, and we have this one, this curve. and bit of lag. A bit more lag. There you go. So this one are the curves, but because I don't like this, I just want to give them a bit of space. And this is quite good. Too much? No, it's just right. The curves are pretty good. I like them a lot. It gives a more right way to connect pipes. I mean, they're fluid, so maybe. Now we have another one. That is the plastic itself. And this one uses, if I... let's see. No, I need to show you here. Blueprints process. This one. It uses 240 polymer resin and 80 water. So these ones make the polymer resin, and here we're not going to build anything. We're going to go up. Why? Because this one is for iron, copper, and Caterium. Because there is Caterium here. But this one is going to be closed off, and we are just going to build vertical. Not like this, but like this. This one is another platform, and so we can build the plastic. So now the plastic is pretty much the same. There are 4 of them. There are 4. And we could double them. 32. 32 refineries total. And we could place them in rows. And auto-connect doesn't work. Maybe it's because it doesn't allow connectors to connect, but maybe these ones. If we had a conveyor belt and a conveyor belt, maybe it would have connected. Maybe. But we cannot do much about it. So these ones are one of them, and now we just need to place the other ones. Just like this. Here are 4 rows of 8 refineries each. And they are ready to make plastic. Well, they will be ready, but they're not connected to anything. So, now that we have these ones, we have the polymer resin and the plastic. The plastic was needed because we need plastic for... let me see, I should have already done plastic and quick wires. We need it for the circuit boards that we have here. After the circuit boards, we could talk about the other things, but for now, let me just see how much space I need to give them. Just like this. These ones are 5 rows of circuit boards, and we need to increase their production. There we go. Now they should be ready to do that. And we're going to work on them later. So, those 5 require 440 plastic. So we could use 1, 2, and nearly 3 lines of production. And this one and a little bit of this one are going to be dedicated for the computers. Okay, so now with these circuit boards, with all that plastic, we are making 110 should be 110 circuit boards per minute, which 50 of them are going into the computers, and the computers are these ones. Let me just align everything, because now and this is a thing I never thought, we can vertical nudge the blueprints. Yeah, let's place them. So these two manufacturers are going to be our two computer production. Oh wait, no. We don't need two. We need 5 manufacturers. Ah, I forgot. We need 5 of them. Now, we just need to connect them up. And if everything allows it. Sorry. Oh, blueprint mode. There we go. This one and another one. Connectors no, heavy modular frame no, same modular engine, adaptive control unit. Oh, we need encased industrial beams. So now we'll add something else. Okay, so now the computers are placed, the manufacturers for the computers are placed. We making circuit boards here, we making plastic there. We just need cables. And if I remember right, it's a lot of them. Should be 100. Oh yeah, this is 100. We need a lot of them for something else later. Okay, so for the cable, we need a lot, and I mean a lot, of constructors. And I guess we're going to place them here. I just need, I guess, a little bit more of a platform. We need a total of 25 machines of this to make cables. And they take not a lot of space, but there are quite a number of machines to use. And yes, we could place it like this, because the input is on the right side. So if we place them here, we have space, yes, we have space to connect them. And now we just need to do this. Just a couple of times. So cables are placed. Now we need the wires. And for the wires, we have this one. This blueprint here uses iron ingots instead of copper ingots. Because we only have one node of copper, but we have 2 of iron. So we should be able to use that to our advantage. But let me see, because we need 67 to be exact, of these things. And well, I guess I'm going to use 66 and then just upgrade one of them. Just overclock one, nothing much. But where do we place 66 of them? We could do... Yeah, we need to tear down this one. Let's start from the beginning. Not from the wires, because the wires we could use something else. Well, we need, and then that's a lot. We need 12, 13, but 12 because overclock. 12 of this for the iron ingots. And we said we needed 12. There are 8, 10, 12. Just a little bit more platform. There we go. And thankfully it's a small project. Imagine if it was a big project. So this one is for the iron. We need now the caterium. And we need the 7, I said. Oh, I made them in batches of 3. Let me take a look. Oh, that's why. Now this one is the caterium. Now we need the copper. And the copper is this one. So there we go. And we need 17 of them. And there are also a group of 3. And we just need a couple more. But we're going to detach them from the other one. For one reason is because they are making too much copper. So the current converters aren't able to... They can sustain the throughput. And because we need to make... what was it called? It was called the copper sheets. So we're going to use this copper. And we're going to make one. And 2 here should be... Yes. And then we're going to make the copper sheets. And we also need a bit more of them. We need 220 copper sheets. And there we go. So the refinery floor should be ready. Not quite, but it's ready for the computer parts. The other one is going to be a little bit of a surprise. So here we have the iron. Here we have the polymer resin. We have there the caterium, copper, and copper sheets. And these ones are the base of the project. So these ones are going to refine the raw materials into ingots and basic materials so that we can process them even more. And then we are able to make what we need. Up there are for the refineries for the plastic. Here we have the circuit boards. And here we have the computers. Now, what else we need? We need the cables. You forgot. This was also or only for the cables. Because we need a lot of cables. Now, for the cables we could have used other materials, other processes. But yeah, we have a surplus of iron here, so I guess why not? We could make with iron, we can use iron. It just needs a lot of manufacturers. We could overdrive them, we could overclock them, but where is the fun in that? Satisfactory is to look at machines, not to look at less machines. So this one is okay, we're going to use this one. And this one, nearly all of it is going to be used for the cables. A little bit is going to be used for steel, because we need steel. But a lot of it, if nearly all of it, is going to be used for cables. And there you go. Why not? We need 66, just one is enough. Moreover, the other lines. So this one is all 4 wires. This is all 4 wires. This should be 1500 wires per minute. So these ones are wires and we need to turn them into cables. So we need to place down other manufacturers and be able to make cables. Luckily we need only 750 of them. So should be 12 blueprints. And for that we could make them here. Just going this side, so the last line is there. And we just need to make a couple of them. And just, yeah, let's place them right here on this platform. And I guess we'll just go. So we need 12 blueprints. Let's see how far it takes. Oh no, we could do them much shorter, but keeping them more divided. We could split them into rows, shorter rows. And just the last one that we can place back here. Nah, let's give them a bit more space. There we go. So now we have just the right cables production. That's quite good. Now, this one are cables. From the cables, this is where it gets tricky. We can make the computers. We can make the computers. And we can make the computers. No, sorry. So from the cables, we are able to make, let's just look at the parts. We can make high-speed connectors by using this one. We can make circuit boards. No, we're not going to use them. We can make computers, and we need this one, the automated wiring. And this is where we need the steel, because we need the steel pipes and we need the steel. Luckily we can use the petroleum coke that we obtain from the heavy oil residue that we make in the polymer resin production. So now let me just make some space, more space, and just organize things a little bit, because I'm getting quite a bit confused, if I'm quite honest. So I guess maybe something like this. Here we have everything we need to make. I don't really know. I forgot. I need to recap a bit. So here we have plastic production. This is refineries for plastic. Under here I placed everything. The photo camera is really neat. This is limestone. And then we're just going to look why. So, plastic. Here is polymer production. Here is iron, deuterium, copper, copper sheets down there. This is copper for copper sheets. There we go. Here there is the concrete for the steel pipes, and we just need to connect the steel, but then I'm just going to show you how we're going to produce the steel. Here is wires, a lot of wires, 64 constructors for making 1500 wires. Here are the cables that uses the wire. And these are 16 machines. Some of them are overclocked because it's not really rounded up the math on it. The math on it is not really precise, but we don't care. Here we have automated wiring. Here we have these stators. This is where we need the steel pipes. Here we have quick wires and quick wires. So, to recap what is going on down here, because it's really messy, because I guess we don't have color to look at different lines, but basically we have the oil that is going to be processed into polymer resin. The polymer resin is going to be processed into the plastic. Plastic is going to be processed with copper sheets. I remember right? Yes. The copper sheets, and they are going to be combined to make circuit boards. Circuit boards are going to these manufacturers for making computers. Computers are going to be used into making these little things. Not this one. Adaptive control unit. So everything here is for making this, and the adaptive control unit needs computer, circuit board, automated wiring that we make down there, and heavy modular frames that we make just down there. These ones are for the high-speed connectors, because we have a surplus of circuit boards, cable, and quick wires, so we could make those, and they are needed for various things like the Power Pole Mark III. We need them for the self-aiming ammo, so they are quite handy to have. We are going to store some of the computers, and there's something else. Steel, plastic. Yeah, this should be it. So we have oil, iron, iron, I don't remember the yellow one, the caterium. We have copper, and we have copper sheets. So this is everything that we need to make the adaptive control units. Now, there is a problem. Two problems, specifically. Okay, the two problems are specifically, one is the heavy oil residue. This is a byproduct that we have to use, because if not, this is going to be stored up until there isn't any storage anymore. And the other one is the insane amount of power we need, because these machines, if I remember roughly, should be around 3.5 4 gigawatts of power. But there is a solution to our problems, and that is the turbo fuel, because the turbo fuel needs the fuel that we already make, but there is also the compacted coal, and turbo fuel has 2 gigajoules of energy instead of 750 megajoules, sorry. And we could make the turbo fuel with compacted coal, heavy oil residue, fuel, and compacted coal, but there should be another one here. Yes, there should be another one we could unlock here. But there is a little problem. A slightly little problem. And that problem is we haven't unlocked yet, because we need to first unlock the next stage of that thing, that space elevator. So we can't unlock, because the blueprints you obtain with the hard drive, you need to unlock a certain stage to unlock some of them. So we aren't advanced enough to unlock it. But we could prepare for it. So, for making you understand what I want to do, there is a blueprint, a recipe that uses fuel, heavy oil residue, compacted coal. No, it's petroleum coke, that is another byproduct of the heavy oil residue, and sulfur. Luckily we have sulfur down here next to these geysers, so we could obtain some power, and we just need the technology that we don't have, so we could prepare for it. If I remember right, we should have at least some of them. So if we look into the refinery, we can make the petroleum coke that needs the heavy oil residue, and we need 1.5 refineries, or 2 refineries basically. We have residual fuel. We can make the fuel with the heavy oil residue. We are going to unlock another one that is basically diluted fuel. We don't need the packaged one. We could directly make this one. but it's like the other one, is still unlocked. Sorry, is still locked behind the stages, so we cannot still make it. So for the time being, we can use this one. The residual fuel is not going to be as I can say, as efficient as the other one, but for the time being is good enough. Basically, what we're going to use is just a limited amount of turbo fuel. Then we are going to produce more. So basically, it's just a little slower, nothing much. And we need the steel. And to make the steel, we can do with this one, the petroleum coke. So we can use the iron ore directly and the petroleum coke to make some steel. This steel is going to be used into the production down there of the steel pipes, and for that we just need to overclock it slightly, because the turbo fuel is going to be more efficient and I want to use it for my jetpack. So I want to place down, where is it? Yes, the packager. I want to place down the packager and basically package turbo fuel. So we're just going to have some packaged fuel, and that's it, I guess. But this is going to just slightly, I guess, hinders the production just until we have enough turbo fuel. But I guess we are going to fill the void with batteries. Okay, so like I said, we are going to prepare for making the elements we need. So for now, just because we still need to buffer the EV oil, we're going to put down an industrial field buffer, and I guess we can place it here if I don't make problems by running into it. And we just need a pipeline. Now this pipeline, we could place it like this, maybe a bit more centered, like this, and this one. And here we are going to place down a junction, and we just need to connect it with the other one. There we go. So these ones are connected, and this one is going to buffer the production. Now from this, like I said, we need 4 refineries and nothing else, I guess. Where are the refineries? Here. So we're going to place down 4 of them. We need 1, 2, 3, and the 4. Nice. Precise as I like it. And this one we still need a little bit more platform. There we go. Okay, so these two are going to make petroleum coke. There we go. And these two are going to make the fuel. And more fuel. Nice. Now with this fuel and this petroleum coke, the petroleum coke is needed, some of it is needed for the steel. So the steel, we are going to take the foundry and maybe align it with this one, just a bit more space, like this, and maybe a conveyor belt. Mark 4, we have it, we're going to use it. And the iron is right here, so we're going to build a conveyor splitter, and this one is going to be this supply. and steel coke. There we go. So here comes out the steel, and this steel we can allow it with a little upgrade. There we go. To go back there. We're going to do it later. And with this one, we're going to take a conveyor merger. Merge these two and a splitter here. And this coke is going to be used to make turbo fuel with the manufacturers. Now the manufacturers are going to be quite costly because we need nearly 5 of them. But I guess I'm going to use just 2 overclocked to the maximum. Now this is coke. We need the fuel. We could use some fluid buffers. Maybe we're going to still use the industrial one. Like this. And we're going to combine them. I really like the new curved connection. I love it. Look at this. I can't show it to you yet because I don't have the power to power on the line, but just as I'm going to power it on, we're going to look at how cool it is. You can see a little bit up there. Now this is fuel, petroleum coke and steel. We just need the residual fuel again, because this one we still need it. So we are going to take these splitters and we're going to place one right here, one right here, and another one maybe here. So this one, this one here, this one here, this one there, this one there, another one here, and another one there. And the last one is going to... I would like to place it up there. Let's see if we can stack these ones. Seems just enough. Let's connect it all the way. Yes. And this one. There we go. It's not going to be straight, but I don't care. And here we have 3 of the 4 elements we need for the turbo fuel. We just need the sulfur. Well, it seems... yeah, I made a mistake. You know, sulfur... We still need sulfur, yes, but... we can't make turbo fuel today. Why? Well, we could make it, but we need coal. We can make it because I said before that we need the manufacturers to make the alternative recipe for the turbo fuel that uses petroleum coke, heavy oil, and fuel. Well, apparently we need something called a blender. And because we don't have any more technologies to unlock now, I guess it's something that we unlock in the next stages. So we are stuck. We can't make today the turbo fuel. I'm really sorry about it because I was looking forward to it. I was even preparing the production, the energy production here with the fuel generators. I placed some of them with some batteries, but we can't use them for the turbo fuel. We can use them for the fuel, so we have a little bit of energy that we are going to produce, because this thing, I said 3.5 to 4, it's more like, let me show you why it's important to the turbo fuel. It's 5,000, it's 5 gigawatts of power. And just to let you know, a fuel generator produces 250 megawatts, 250, and it uses up about 20 fuel per minute. So one of these cranked to the maximum can sustain 5 generators. So one of these is 1.25 gigawatts. This is 2.5, half of what we need. But look at the consumption. It's 150 heavy oil residue. We don't produce that much. And remember, it's a byproduct, not the main product. This is important. So, the turbo fuel, for comparison, one generator uses up about 7.5 turbo fuel per minute. So we have nearly 3 times less to consume. But it uses up to sustain, I guess, 36 generators, about the same heavy oil residue. So it's a that bit more efficient, but you know, for now we can't do much. I wanted also to try this, but we don't have power for now, so I can't use the elevator. And this is new, this is new. Something new that we don't have turned on. Now, if this pipe allows me, I have a switch down there so that we can turn on the factory, because we don't produce that much power, but we have batteries and we have luckily some allowance in our main line, so we can sustain this factory. But next time we for sure need power, because that is a big problem today. So the main switch is here. As you can see, 5,000 here, a lot less here, and I'm charging another bunch of batteries I put down. So I guess it's time to see if we have problems like last project. 3, 2, 1, on. And we aren't using the batteries. We aren't using them. That's really nice. So every single thing is turned on, is ready to start, but we don't have the Caterium. I forgot we haven't extracted the Caterium, right? This is copper, this is Caterium. Caterium enters from what? Nothing. We don't have the Caterium. Ooh, look at this. Something we need to prepare. Now, does it work, this one? Is it coming? Yes, it's coming. Oh, we can transfer power between floors without... Nice! So we don't have to clip the wires between the floors. Oh yeah, this one maybe. Can we turn it this side? You should already have it. The pipe here is really nice. Okay. And they are working, they are making plastic. Can I see it? Yes, it's here. And I put around, if you saw, some of these throughput monitors so we can see if the production lines have some problems. Because if you know that you have, for example, to have 120 per minute here and you see 60, you could guess that there is a problem on the line without going there and check every single one of them. And I'm quite pleased with it. Okay, so I had to reload the save because the copper ore managed to get into the manufacturers. And just so you know, if something gets into a machine but it doesn't enter the machine, it's stuck. So you have to delete the machine, rebuild the machine, with the logistics clean. So I just reloaded and then I hooked up the... I don't remember the name again. The Caterium. I cleaned up the logistics of the copper and copper sheets, so now it should be working right. That's the Caterium that's flowing. The machine should be working. This one isn't connected. Aha! We found one that doesn't work. This one should have limestone. Should have. Let me take a look. Oh, it's because it's slow. Yes, I remember. It's really slow. Can we just give him a bit more juice? Because I'm feeling sorry for it. So now the machines are working. Wires are coming into production. This one is flowing. Caterium is flowing. Iron is flowing. Wires are flowing. Cables are being produced. So cables are going. Can I see one? There we go. Cables are going there. Wires are going there. Let's see the throughput. 43.7. And the generators are working. Power is charging up. But they're not that much efficient, but they are working. And I like it. The automated wiring are flowing. And they should be going up there to the manufacturers. So let's go take a look up here if everything is working. Circuit boards are coming. Computers are being made. Good, good, good. Computers are being made. Cables are still not flowing at 100%, but it's understandable. High-speed connectors, we still need the circuit boards. And we need to wait for them because they should split up from this side. Oh yeah, but I guess without the modular frames, we're not going to see any adaptive control units soon. So there we go. And now we still need circuit boards. I guess we still need to wait for them. Unless we steal a bit of them. Haha! And the manufacturer is working. It needs a full minute to make one. Damn! Do I want to wait for that? Yes. It still needs to make one before you can improve it. There we go. First one is made. The first adaptive control unit. Nice. So next time we should be able to unlock the new recipe, unlock the turbo fuel, and we should be able to have some stable production of power. Nice. Only because of this. And this place is making, so to recap it, it's making adaptive control units. It's making computers that are not here because they're still being used up. They are making high-speed connectors. And we should have some of them. We have 6 of them. And here is... Do we still need more? Are we bottlenecked? Are we stuck? Water? Oh. Maybe. Maybe this should explain a bit. And copper ingots. Oh, I didn't set up this. Okay. Maybe we have found out why. we were not producing the fuel circuit boards. So everybody, finally today we have made another step into the future. So this one is the factory. There we go. As you can see, it's quite big. It's quite full of machines, and we still have to complete it because the power production is not producing. But this one, look at the lights. Look at the lights, how they are flickering. So everybody, thank you for watching. I was Zerunil, this was Satisfactory, and today we improved another way of living with machines. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye. There you go. Bye bye. Alright. I forgot. I still need to show you the hypertube. Right, just give me a second. Just give me a second that this one is pretty cool. So the hypertube, it starts here. And this is quite neat because I want to show you. It is quite long. It is quite curvy. And I find it beautiful. Because it's like I didn't put any effort into it. I just put it down following the pipes. And I can see everything from up here. Everything on that floor at least. And I like that it follows the line of the rocks. And you can choose where you want to go. This is neat. This way you can go to the water extractors that are up here. And I remember that there should be, yes, the geysers that we could use. Because now, just let me take this. We have the high-speed connectors that we needed for the geothermal generators. So this one, we could place it there and connect it up to that power line that we can upgrade to Mark III with the same high-speed connectors. And this one is just an impure one, so it does make on average 75 megawatts. 100 megawatts, sorry. But it's 100 megawatts more than nothing. And with this, we can go back. Oh, and if you're in it, if you press the back key, you can turn on each side of the hypertube. So if you ever go the wrong way, you could always go back. And you can go this way. And you can choose two sides on this branch. You can go out this way. And this one, you can go just back this side. You can't go that side. See? But you can do this. And we can go on and follow the other way. It's quite cool. I really like it. And so we don't have to be crazy from going to one side to another one. And you gain quite the speed when you're going down. Ta-da! And from this side you can go up this tower, go there, take the train and go back to the main base. So it's really a nice travel. Possibly you could take the hypertube from this way to this side, but it would be quite difficult to build. Well, everybody, See you next time. Bye bye.